This isn't bad, just winding down after Magic Hour in Palisade, Colorado, live from a backyard in an undisclosed location, Bryan.
I like that. I'm glad you didn't tell him.
It's a good show. As a recap, Greg Hollenback, Jay Parker, Bryan Freeman, just to introduce the guys that kind of showed us around today. First of all, Kaibab, thank you so much. Kaibab Sauvage in your backyard, the host with the most tonight's been awesome. Can't thank you enough.
Thanks, Greg. It's been fun hanging out with you and Bryan and Jay over here. You guys are awesome. Just really loved showing you Palisade and what we have to offer. This is a gem to me that I love, and so many people never got to experience it, and I wanted to give you guys the VIP treatment
For
today.
sure.
Oh, wow.
He put it all together.
Yeah.
Patrick Matashevsky. Did I do that, man?
You got it.
Did I dial that one in, man? It took me. I sat there this afternoon and
You speak Polish?
repeated myself. Well, now I do.
Was it the vodka?
Dziękuję.
Man, so cool.
Dziękuję.
Thank you, man. Really,
No zdravia.
Truly.
Cheers.
Nostravia.
Yeah. So here we're traveling the Rainbow Road. Can I pour you a little bit?
Yes, you can. Absolutely. We had a little bit of that today.
Did.
And I want to just do the setup. So today was a big day. We actually covered a lot of ground. Thank you for joining us as our guests. Join us right now on the stream. Today is day 3 of our recaps. And day 3 of 14. Guys, we're still together.
One of the biggest days
Looking
so far, isn't
I thought
it?
it was
wow.
one of the most productive, busy days that we've done so far.
I'd take it further than productive, Greg. You
We
made some
covered a lot of
introductions
ground.
today that were just off the chart, man. What the Modern Eater did today was incredible. What you're always doing, man. I love it.
You guys ate quail eggs.
Yes, pickled quail eggs.
Absolutely did. I want to actually go through some photos of the day, and we can all look through this together, guys. Let me get to the beginning of our photos. Yeah, all right. Well, you just saw them, so you don't even need
I
those
know.
anymore. That's kind of the beginning of our day, but this is when let's see. All right, where's Patrick? There he is. Hey, man, this is it this morning. How's it going? You're like, welcome, here we are. We didn't know what we were going to expect, but there's Patrick welcoming us, and this is the line. Talk about this line here. Spend a minute on what we're looking at right here.
So you're looking at our full available lineup, Sauvage Spectrum wines, brand new Colorado Estate Winery, and we grew much bigger than we thought we would. And we have some really fun wines to show you. We have our affordable sparkling series. That's the Sparklets. 3 on your left. Extra dry. We got a rosé, and then we have an off dry with a little bit more sugar. And then our natural wine here, as we're traveling the Rainbow Road. And if you haven't traveled it yet, you should probably try it. 100% natural, unrefined, pet nat, finished in the bottle. And then that's about to be our rosé right there. And we also have a really fun red wine, Domaine Sauvage. We're coming out with a lot more.
Fun branding and even better, the delicious tastes inside of there. But you're going to be storming the market, and people are getting a first look at it right now. This is available at a couple places in Denver, one of them being Joy Wine and Spirits on 6th Avenue, but it'll continue to flow, right?
Yeah, we have much more accounts too many to think about, but we have a wine locator on our website, www.sparkletwine.com. Check out our wine locator.
Well, and I would tell you, using the word fun is an understatement, because your guys, what you're doing with the sparkling, I'll tell you, it's like we were saying earlier, you're creating a new category. So congratulations. I love where you guys are going with this.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And it's been, it's been underestimated, frankly. And we just want to bring it to the people. It's what our high desert terroir lends us. And you need to taste it. And if you haven't tasted it, why haven't you tasted it?
We've got some interviews to share with you today. We had we did the rounds, right? So started out at the vineyard with the winery, and we're going to play you a 40-minute video tonight. It covers it A to Z, and I think you guys did a fantastic job. And then you took us up for a grand view. And so what does it look like when 4 middle-aged guys go pick peaches?
Apricots, yeah.
All right, wait, apricots.
Someone's
Yep.
doing 200-pound squats is what I can say.
This is what it looks like.
I should add, without a ladder. That was the main problem.
But look at the joy Everybody is feeling here.
And there was 4 white guys that cannot jump high enough
Oh, my
to
Lord, that
reach
was
them.
the truth.
So we needed a human ladder.
I mean,
And
is anybody getting in on this photo? This is jubilation at its finest.
So he
And
got the apricot.
there's the shot right
He
there.
got the apricot.
That
Beautiful.
is the shot.
How'd it taste?
The best one ever, right?
Yeah. Well, what I was thinking of right there is like your last name and how many does it take to pick an apricot?
At least 3.
I get it.
Oh, gee,
Yeah, it took me a minute.
I love that. Oh my gosh.
All right, where is this right here? This is the Clark family, and that was pretty cool to see Clark Orchard. I actually have some drone footage, but it's so sad. It's just the drone situation is so sad, and people might enjoy it because sadness sells. If it bleeds, it leads. And
Well, you got to let someone give an intro in your whole plight with a drone. I mean, it's
look
like
at what they're doing at this farm store, man. Oh, you want some drone footage? Is that how it goes?
Well, no, I mean it's more this story though. Oh,
Here's
we can't.
Peachtree.
Yeah, we got
I
to
know.
slow down here.
We've also got an interview from Peachtree. We caught up with Bill, and today, first day back, opening up their in-house. So, at Peachtree Distillers, but I don't know. You see the patio, and you see them getting back to what normal is right now, and it was good to see. It was good to see some action in there, especially when they're doing all the curbside stuff. And
People were excited. I mean, people were really happy to be in there enjoying their product. I mean, you might have a shot. Yeah, the rainbow colored drinks. We had our.
hey, what was it? I like taking pictures of people taking pictures.
Yeah, that was a cool shot. I love that.
There's nothing wrong with that. The drinks were killer, off the hook. And it was interesting. I was looking at the menu, and I saw $7 cocktails, and just blew my mind. Look at this. Look familiar? Spent a little bit of time there.
Yeah.
That was fun tonight when we came back here. And Jay, I'll get this queued up. But you laugh now. But check this out, man. This is where we're at tonight, and we'll show you the views. But the poor thing, it's just the little engine that could, and wanted to give you one last video, one last effort to show you some good footage. And I really commend this beautiful drone for risking its life for you
this
right
isn't
now.
its final voyage, is it? No.
Well, it's going to need a little fine tuning. It's
Okay.
going to need some new flippers on it. But here it goes. Takes off. It doesn't want to do any of this right now. It just wants to lay down and rest. But as it goes up and up and up, this is your yard, man. Describe what we're looking at here.
Well, you're looking at my yard. I mowed it today,
You
so it
certainly
looked
did.
really good for you guys. And then we're seeing our vineyard here. We're seeing Black Muscat right there. Malbec a little further to the up screen. You're seeing my above-ground pool. That's how you know when you made it in life, is when you get an above-ground pool.
Palisade.
It's looking good. Look at that barbecue. That's the treatment.
We do have a real private little section with a vineyard view. We hang out on our floaties and drink Sparklet. It's pretty fun. Then we got an awesome crew here hanging out. We got our fire going. We're
This is where
barbecuing
it
for these
gets,
guys.
okay. All
Yes.
right.
And what
night.
what grapes did it touch
Good
down
night.
there? What was this?
That's right.
Was this a Muscat or was this
It touched down in the Black Muscat.
in the Black Muscat?
I'll have you all notice that she even said, I'm going to keep filming for you. So when we go to investigate, I'll just go a little bit forward right here. You'll see my face snoop over like, are you alive? Should I?
We're going to have to make a wine after that, like drone down something.
Drone
Drone down Moscato.
Yeah. So I come back to look at you guys. Hey, what do you think? All right, we're cooking, we're eating. Put the drone down. There's Jay setting up shop. But that'll be the end, and we'll get it fixed up there. We've got some other things too, you guys. Let's take a look at this because I think traveling and the land here. Again, you just all you want to do is talk, contemplate, and comment. And these are some of the things that.
Wasn't it just these mesas that we're on right now? I mean, I got to ask both of you because you live here. Do you ever just go hike up here and sit down and just, I mean, really try to figure things out?
Hasn't worked yet, but yeah.
Here's us traveling to you today.
But Brian, we love to do a Sunday hike. We'll do this bench here. There's a couple cool little secret hikes that we have that we take pictures from, but we don't tell anybody where they are.
Guess where we are?
Because they're private.
Right here.
Where are we? Oh, looks like Fruta.
There it is.
Yeah.
So in case you wondered, I wonder what those guys were doing when they were driving, how that drive looked. Well, here it is.
And Fruta's a fun town. It's cool. They do a lot of festivals. They got some rad
the
mountain
monument.
biking.
So here it is, June. Look, not a cloud in the sky.
It's a bluebird.
Dry, right?
Oh, very dry. Yeah.
Well, Greg, let me ask him this question that's getting old. Is Fruta your guys like Boulder, Colorado? I mean, it seems like it's the sort of a little more chill, laid back. It's like the Austin.
Seems like Palisade is, if you're going to, reach into the People's Republic of Boulder, Palisade.
You'd go to Palisade with that. Okay. I can see the correlation for sure. I can see it. Just because you guys here, you're like, it's our way.
Right.
If you're going to do something here, you're going to do it.
Palisade's very, very cottage, very, we have small local businesses. No fast food restaurants, it's just like, so it's very like, just, they want it to stay that way. We all want it to stay that way. We like it. We have some nice high-end restaurants, tons of wineries.
Well, that was an interesting segue, actually, of talking about doing it your way, and with grapes in particular, and being in this region right here, doing it your way, is there's really no right or wrong way, because if you think about it, this land isn't indigenous to any grape. Is it? Are there any grapes that are indigenous to this land?
For Colorado, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty, high desert. It's dry.
Is the history out there on that of who was the first one who was like, let me see. Let me see if I can.
I've seen one on Texas, the Great Man of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, his whole career, he explored all the indigenous species of grapes in Texas. Never finished it, but it seems like a really good book.
So all kinds of grapes were tried, right?
Yeah.
And what works well?
What works well for making wine?
Here, yeah. What grows well?
Oh, sure. Tons of stuff. I mean, like
Bordeaux,
Malbec does great. Petit Verdot, Chardonnay, Cab Franc's a real rising star. Riesling, bright acidity. We have some fun ones. I like to experiment, and so we planted some Giraldago, which is northern Italy, the foot of the Alps, and it does great here. It's a little cold hardy. It makes this bright, food-friendly wine, red wine, and then Gruner Veltliner, actually, Austria's #1 white wine. It's killing it here. There's a couple wineries. They're doing some fun stuff with it, making some Method Champenoise. And I think both those have a lot of potential for this area. They really fit our climate.
So about this time of night, you get a little bit of that, not chill, but brisk, right? Brisk.
You feel
That's
it.
keeping the sugars in.
It's retaining the acidity is what it's doing, because we call it a diurnal shift. But you guys were here today, and you're like, I want to go swim in a pond. I need to cool off. It's warm here, and now it's it's real pleasant.
This is incredible.
Yeah, I think we're approaching your place here behind us. But you've lived here for a little while, right?
Yeah, my whole life right here.
Look at that. All right. So in case you want to know where they live. and there's the dog.
That dog's super mean, though, so don't come by here. He'll, bark at you. He's, 1.5 feet tall, but he's ferocious.
Tonight's a fun night. It's our last night. We'll pull up and head on into Paonia, Colorado tomorrow, where we'll stay at Jeff Schwartz and Big B's and look around that region there, kind of set up shop for the next couple of days, and then we continue on down south of Montrose into Four Corners, and then back into Durango and through the San Luis Valley and up
Westcliff, and then
San De Cristos, and get in there, Surf
Westcliff,
Hotel,
Buena
head down
Vista.
to Westcliff.
You guys have such a cool trip planned.
We've got a lot to go, and I would say if you guys are interested in this type of stuff, follow our Instagram story. That's where you kind of get the behind the scenes. That's where you see Jay in his underwear and me without my underwear.
Hey, but can I announce that people can go to Big B's this weekend and camp if they want to be there and be part of the festives, because on the summer solstice we're actually going to cook up a
summer solstice.
This Saturday.
Rad.
We are going to cook up a cooler full of meat. And everyone's welcome, and I think there's a code, right? If you want $10 camping spots.
Yeah, modern, all capital letters.
If you go
right
to
there.
bigbees.com and look at their
I'm
camping.
kind of satisfied with who's going, though.
You're okay. You didn't.
let's
You could have
cut
shut
it
me
off
down.
there.
I would have said, yeah,
where are we
okay.
at right here? Who knows where we're at here? It's like guess the Palisade spot.
Well, I was there.
I don't know you were.
Yeah, well,
You
and the
count.
name is sort of
You count.
in the
That
picture.
says it,
Like
yeah.
if you're
Is it?
really paying attention, you
Yeah,
see the
you see the name. And I don't know. And so Chris, he was a great host too.
He was.
And I don't know what Jay, you look like you're from outer space with that belt on and.
Oh, don't you love him?
Yeah, there's a lot of.
If I got you a pin projector,
moving
would you use it?
So funny story about this picture. So Jay's sitting there. See that little mannequin in front of him? These guys thought he was talking to the mannequin. But he was talking to you, Greg.
It
He
was
was talking
entirely
to you.
possible. Jay has a Snapchat that we try and keep secret because it's just disgusting. And he'll do stuff along the way. Actually, I need to keep an eye on your Snapchat, Jay, to make sure that the authorities aren't going to come.
No,
for
man,
it.
that's quality stuff, but you just have to go into it with a certain
Open mind.
perspective
Yeah, open mind.
of life.
So we have an interview, and we played from here. But what an interesting. And there he is, right there, Chris. What's Chris's last name?
Schmaltz.
Chris Schmaltz.
Married into the Clark family. Great guy.
And we spent about 15 minutes with them,
Oh,
and
this
then
is-
showed you the venue. We're heading for. We're going to get lunch at this point.
Yeah.
Right?
That's not even sped up. That's just how fast we drive.
That's right. We're heading to go get lunch, and that was good lunch too.
Diorios. Yeah.
Boom.
Right there.
If you ever, ladies and gents, if you ever want to keep track of, your significant other of their day, just put one of these in their car. You'll see where they
got a
try and
dash
follow
cam?
it.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
a dash cam for the trip.
Well, Emma,
yeah.
did you know we have a drone?
Well, I heard you had a drone. I never saw it working.
You didn't? It's limping along. It
No,
gave
I
us the
didn't.
last breath. It
It
could have
did.
been here.
It honestly, it gave us everything it could today.
It did.
The
drone that could.
If you saw the two fences that it ran into,
All right, we're gonna play. Wait, hold on. Let me get through this.
it's like
Jay. So
you should see the fences. If I look like this, you should see the fence.
yeah.
that's how long we actually sat and ate, but then we came back into it. And where were we heading next, boys?
Ooh, this is
Well, you have
happy
to have
hour,
an
right?
after
Yeah.
lunch drink, right?
Little happy hour.
This is a little detour.
Yeah,
Yep. U-turn. Oops.
I can tell you're a local. You can
Yeah.
tell.
Got the Grand Mesa straight ahead.
If you ever watch these videos, you'll see I like to check out the scenic route as we drive. I think it's
Nailed it.
important.
Skate park on your right. Post office, laundromat, left turn.
You know, I
Boom.
love the fact no fast food restaurants.
Boom.
That's a big deal, quite honestly, because there's the whole slow food movement. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure if you're familiar with that, which was started in Turin, Italy, was all around the fact that a McDonald's tried to come to a small Italian town,
Wow.
and they kept it out.
Thank goodness.
And so a place like Palisade, I really
Pala-who?
Palisade.
I've never heard you say
I-
Palisade.
I
It's
slipped.
just interesting, you know. It's like, all right, Mr.
I
Tequila.
slipped.
Here's what we want to do.
That's cool, Brian. We're all about that for sure. I mean, we like to keep it.
Keep it real.
Yeah.
Keep it small. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to hear from our sponsors. Our sponsors, I mean, what lovely people. They've been with us for a long time. They support this programming. This is exactly the type of stuff, especially now. It's more important than ever that we keep connected to our food and beverage. And literally, that's what this is doing for us. We are touring Colorado 14 days straight. What do? We go get a bunch of goodies. We bring it back. Summer dinner series. Tuesday night, every single Tuesday in July and August.
Yes, sir.
Some of the best. We're going to tell you the chef lineup when we get back. Hear from our sponsors. Support these people. They're supporting us, and that means a lot to us. We'll do that break, come right back, and we're going to do that announcement, and we'll play a couple of videos from today as well.
Hey guys, Chris Johnson here, owner of Rome Sausage, your hyper-local source for all things sausage awesomeness. My family is proud to carry on the fine traditions of Rome's founder, Jerry Rome, by producing a variety of amazing sausage in small batches with an eye on quality, not quantity. Every batch is made here in the great state of Colorado by hand mixing spices, utilizing lean cuts of pork to make an outstanding product. Sourcing ingredients and materials locally, we are committed to supporting local vendors, chefs, restaurants, and the entire Colorado food scene. Getting hungry yet? Brats, Italian, breakfast, hot Polish, green chili, chicken apple, and the world's best chorizo. You can source all of our sausage through a variety of food service distributors. If your distributor doesn't carry it, call us. We'll come direct. You want a custom item? We'll do that too. Samples, and of course, sausage jokes, can be had by contacting me directly at chris@romesausage.com or by phone at 303-296-7663. The modern eater loves Rome sausage, and I know you will too.
Hey, Zach Ryder here, Colorado Mills Sunflower Products out of Lamar, Colorado. Your only local source, grown from a local crop to produce a local oil for local chefs. You can find it at Shamrock Foods, What Chefs Want, Seattle Fish Company. Let me try it one more time, then we'll see. Hey, restaurants, we're glad you're reopening. From Colorado Mills Sunflower Oil, we'll see you soon.
First, we partner with the best farmers in the world, and then we tell them, we will take it all. Process whole spices daily, blend custom spices to order, keep it fresh, safe, and flavorful, all so that you can get back to doing what you do best. So whether you're a restaurant, a food manufacturer, or an at-home cook, be sure to visit The Spice Guy at www.thespiceguyco.com.
Hey guys, at the Modern Eater, this is Bryan with Elevation Food Service Reps. I'm here with one of ourselves, a newly appointed hospitality specialist, Felina Hilliard, and we're here in our showroom, and we've got our bar set up, we've got a lot of china. Come see us. Come see what we've got, and Felina can help you guys out in the world of hospitality with anything. Take a little journey into the 38th Avenue kitchen just to see what's going on in here. And as I come in here, I'm noticing, Howard, what are you doing? Nothing. Show me, what are you doing? Nothing. Nothing? Look at this beautiful equipment in here. Look at this beautiful. Chefs, restaurateurs, anybody that has anything to do with food service, come on over. We'd love to help you with menu development, love to show you everything about equipment, and maybe we'll even have a few pops.
Hi, everybody. It's Chef Carrie Baird at Rose's here in Boulder. I'm the first chef this year, the Summer Dinner Series. It's July 7th. We always sell out, so get your tickets early. You can get them at summerdinnerseries.com. This year, I'm pairing with Field to Fork, some old friends of mine that I can't wait to have some beautiful produce and cook together. So please be there. Buy your tickets. Do them early. Like I said, we always sell out, and I'll see you real soon. Thanks. How's that?
Okay, cool. We're coming back right now, and Road Trip 2020 continues as we head on down the road in Palisade, Colorado right now. And just met some great friends. I have a feeling if they'll have us, we'll be back year in and year out. We got you now.
Yes, absolutely. You guys, we had such a fun day. I mean, I'm so happy to meet you guys. And like I said earlier, it's just fun to tour with you and see your energy and what you do on the Modern Eater. It's really cool what you're bringing to the audience, what you're sharing with them, your unique experiences.
Cut that clip.
Thank you.
We'll use that. That was really, that was nice of you to say, and not a paid endorsement because we don't have any money. In fact, he bought us lunch and dinner. I don't know what's going on, but today was a very nice, generous day, and I can't thank you enough. But we'll continue. Tonight is going to be, we're going to premiere a video, and that was today from Sauvage Spectrum. And I'm looking at a photo here of we're all just kind of chilling, hanging out, and beautiful backdrops, right? I mean, look at that. The colors are just so vivid and bright.
Stark. You get that. You get that high desert where we don't have the water, and it's brown. It's the native colors, and that Colorado River brings this valley to life. You can really see it there with all that green, and you can see that giant boulder. We dug that up when we were building the winery. It's like a 5,000-pound rock. It's nuts.
And it was just sitting in your vineyard, or what?
No, we dug it up. It was like right under the foundation. And I dug around it a few times and tried not to dig it up because I knew how big it was. We pulled it out and cradled it in the backhoe, and the whole backhoe went over backwards.
Wow.
Farm problems, right?
Yeah.
So we just pushed it there, and I was like, I think we'll keep that. It's kind of cool. It's like the anchor.
Were we on that vista right above that, or
we were?
That was it.
That's where we grow our tree fruit. That's where we did the That's where we picked apricots.
Yeah.
Three grown men picking apricots together.
Oh, you weren't there, were you? Yeah, you were.
Yeah,
Patrick,
I
right?
was there.
He was the caboose. He made it happen.
I'm just wondering who.
Nobody got hurt.
Yeah,
No?
nobody did get hurt.
Yeah.
So that video's coming up for you. It's a really cool video, and just 40 minutes of a deep dive is what I would call it. Here's the chef's lineup. So when we get back and starting it out July 7th, it's 7/7 that the summer dinner series starts from Pizza Republica downtown. And wow, George Eater was so generous to say, I know you guys can't do it in your commercial kitchen because you'd have 3 people dining at the summer dinner series because the kitchen's so small. He's got a palatial patio that we can set up shop there. We've got a sponsor in Rich O'Brien and Elevation Food Service reps going to build us an outdoor kitchen. We have 2 of the 4 James Beard regional finalists in Chef Carrie Baird and Chef Dana Rodriguez will be cooking 2 of the 8 nights. So as follows, starting out with Chef Carrie Baird on the 7th, and on the 14th will be Chef Troy Gard from Garden Grace. The 21st is going to be the Fairy Gut Mother, who actually lives here in Grand Junction. She's a great gut health gal. She's all around just smart and makes wonderful dishes. She's going to pair up the Beast and the Beauty with Biker Jim Pittenger from Biker Jim's Gourmet Hot Dogs. I think there's going to probably be some kind of fermentation and sausage and fusion and a delicious gourmet 5-course dinner from them. Then we'll carry on into, who's next, Brian, on the 28th?
After that would be...
You got it.
Jesusia Silva.
Yes.
Thank you. Sorry.
I
I got a little tongue-tied there. Yep.
He's got talent oozing from his pores.
Well, but his whole thing, his life, his wife, his whole picture.
His life
is,
and his wife?
and
his baby?
And his baby, they're great
And
people. They are just good, down to earth. They're supporting the restaurant industry in Denver and doing stuff that, quite honestly, not a lot of people are doing.
So true. Chef Brother Luck will join us after the following week, and then it will go into George Eater, who's hosting us at Pizza Republic. Great Italian chef. And then we'll wrap it up. Now we call him the Butcher, Justin Brunson.
Yes.
Just sold Old Major to Amos Watts. And now he's full-time into River Bear American Meats, but nonetheless, Chef Justin Brunson will join us to wrap that up. But it's going to be a summertime of delicious, good food and all of the things that we get. And guess what? I think we're going to have some of this delicious wine and sparkling beverages at a couple of those dinners, too. Any of those dinners strike you guys where you're like, we got to be a part of that?
I would say July, if we can get in before July.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying July. Before August.
The July dinners.
You know, one thing that's going to be crazy about these dinners is I bet they're going to sell out really fast. One of the things that a lot of people don't know. Well, but bigger than that, listen, you're not only getting to eat from one of the best chefs in town, but the people in the crowd are their friends. And so they're going to be bringing, I mean, listen, just like Carrie Baird, her significant other is Blake, who's running Senior Bear. So you know he's going to be there. And then you go on with each one of these chefs and their friends who are like right away. I mean, I've already got, I hate to tell people, but there's already probably 5 seats sold to every dinner from my family members.
Oh, really?
Oh, they are my family.
Wow.
They're out there listening right now.
Tickets available tomorrow.
Yep.
We're going to launch tickets tomorrow. And it's going to be the Modern Eater style. So you're going to see TV monitors just like this when you're eating. And then we'll have farmers will go right, and you'll see the chefs talking and then talking about the food, and then all of a sudden you see the farmer hanging out with the wife and the kid. Seriously.
If you're not there, you're going to be on Zoom, and we're going to be bringing you there to the crowd.
We want to be there. We want to be part of that. That sounds so cool. I mean, that's
you set us up here. We'll set you up down there.
Yep.
Love it.
That's good stuff.
Take care of each other.
What else did we do today, and what are we doing tomorrow? We've got just the journey ahead is going to be big.
Well, today was big. I got to tell you, today we visited 4 or 5 places, and we met just some of the greatest people in Palisade. And then tomorrow we're going to not stop. In the morning, we've got more of Grand Junction.
Are we going to go see some cheese?
Yeah, if you guys want, they
8:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
just
after 8:30.
After 8:30. Okay,
yeah.
I like after.
Well, they got to milk the cows, right? You got to milk the cows and
the goats, the cows.
Cows. Okay, we're goat cheese. Is that what I like?
I don't think they have goat cheese.
Yeah, I don't think so. But yesterday or today, they said they started at 4:30 a.m., so they're a little busy. And
So they truly are milking
they are. I
out
mean,
there. And
these guys are producers of butter, and you need to go see them.
I love to hear that, man.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Hey,
Who
do you guys
does
have
that?
a cow share? So you get the raw milk? Have you heard about that? I mean,
No,
you
tell
know,
us. That sounds rad.
You can't in Colorado. You can only get raw milk if you buy a share of a cow.
So you're an owner, so you can
Yep, you can get the real deal because apparently in our world you can't have anything but homogenized, but
pasteurized.
Yeah, well, it's same, one and the same.
Yeah.
You heat the milk to
course.
kill the bacteria, but
that's cool.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know if they're
You've
doing
never
that.
had it. You've never had the raw.
Yeah, it's
I've never
good.
tried it.
How's the flavor profile? What's it like?
Big.
Is it?
Big, yeah. I was just talking to these guys about Guernsey cows
Okay.
today. And that's the best, the original cows. So, like what you're in, I mean, you guys are so lucky because you're touching what has been going on for the last 100,000 years. I mean, you were saying since the beginning of time, Greg, earlier.
I was not saying
You
that.
were saying that
I don't
earlier
know.
today.
No,
don't
it's-
include me into your comment.
Making wine since the beginning of time.
Since the beginning of time, wine has been around.
Goat skin bladders, they were. I mean, that's why they carried it. And, they had bladders and a little satchel and got them through the day.
How do you think wine was? Just
Terrible.
Chunky, right? I mean, what do you think the process was like? It wasn't very refined.
Yeah, I
was
think
it?
it was had some interesting aromas that are less fruity.
I think it was ancient.
I would think so. Yeah.
Do you think it was accident? Do you think that people were just storing grapes in a vessel and it
Yeah, I would agree. Fermentation was
Yeah,
probably
most
an
things were by
accident,
accident.
Yeah,
you know,
yeast is in the air everywhere. It's ubiquitous, and
Mm-hmm.
it probably got in there, and they were like, "Ooh, drink this funny juice.
Yeah.
Feel good."
I mean, literally, that's the human plight in life, is to go see what's going to give them a head change.
Yeah.
How do I feel good to eat good food, get a head change, and,
water is bacteria, so you gotta do something.
tonight.
Very true.
At risk of being here all night because we have a 40-minute interview to play, we're going to fire off this interview. Did you want to pause and do another break here real quick, Jay? Did you want to pause and then we'll actually do a reset and throw this interview up? Tell me what you want to do.
Yeah, let's do that. But we do have to speed it up so that we're not living
Here all night?
Yeah.
Well, we could
It's
be
a
here till
midnight show,
midnight.
Jay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
we got time. We got more firewood.
It's like the Rocky Horror Picture Show, baby, except you're in it this time.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
You can be Rocky. You can wear the little gold briefs and man, yeah, you'd look good.
Been a while since I've had one of those dates. It's a lunch, dinner, then breakfast. We might have a lunch, dinner, then breakfast date going on here tonight. Jay.
I try not to date, but it's just because we should take a commercial break.
Do it, baby.
It's because he's so handsome. He can't keep the
The
ladies
Modern
away.
Eater Show will be back from the Kaibab residence in just a minute.
Hey guys, it's Rebecca Baird with Hotschedules powered by Fourth here. And you know what they say, if you can't take the heat, then you should get out of the kitchen. But with Hotschedules powered by Fourth, we want you in the kitchen while we put out those fires. With Hotschedules, we help to mitigate risk with HR, payroll, and tax compliance solutions so you can continue to put those plates on the table for your guests. Today's a big day. We're reopening, so call me. Rebecca.berry@fourth.com. That's Rebecca.berry@fourth.com. With Hotschedules by Fourth, we've got you covered.
Hey, Modern Eater family. This is Dave Thibodeau from the Scott Street Brew Distillery. Every year, the Modern Eater crew hits the road, and they make a trip around Colorado visiting farmers and chefs and all things agriculture related. And I think this year I'm going to tag along for a little bit. They've made it to Durango the last couple of years, and I've had a great time with them, and we visited some of our local farms. And I think I'm going to have to join them in Paonia, Montrose, through Durango for a couple of nights, maybe over to Westcliff, Crestone, Monte Vista. I'm not sure yet. We'll see what happens and how it plays out. And if you want to find out, follow them on their social media, and they'll keep the updates running. And I hope to see you guys soon, and hopefully at the distillery or our brewery or the brew distillery. But stay tuned to the Modern Eater, all their social media channels, and we'll see you on the road. Stay safe out there.
Hey, Modern Eater fans. I'm Don Trobo with the Annex by Ardent Mills, and I just wanted to give you a heads up about some of the great things we've got going on locally in the state. We're headquartered right here, and we're working with farmers in the San Luis Valley to bring you amazing Colorado quinoa. It's just like the South American stuff, but grown locally. We've got transitional wheat flour that's grown by farmers in Colorado and surrounding states who are in the process of turning their fields into organic. So we're taking that transitional wheat and turning it into flour, and now it's available for you to cook and bake with. And last but not least, we're now cleaning grain berries in Denver. So things like spelt or wheat berries or pearl barley, those are things that we're now doing right here locally and are available to you. Can't wait to share it with you.
Hey there, Barbecue All-Star. This is your year, so what if you weren't drafted? The only draft you need to be worried about is actually spelled D-R-A-U-G-H-T, and it's adult for the word beer. It's barbecue season, baby. Now get out there and grill your ass off.
Hi, everybody. It's Chef Carrie Baird at Rose's here in Boulder. I'm the first chef this year, the Summer Dinner Series. It's July 7th. We always sell out, so get your tickets early. You can get them at summerdinnerseries.com. This year I'm pairing with Field of Forks, some old friends of mine that I can't wait to have some beautiful produce and cook together. So please be there. Buy your tickets, do them early. Like I said, we always sell out, and I'll see you real soon. Thanks. How's that?
Brews is back. Hi, I'm Charlie Gottenkieny, brewmaster at Brews Beers. We have finally reopened, and our badass Belgian-style beers are flowing. Brews Beers has a huge selection of great beers on draft. Belgian IPAs, doubles, triples, white beers, saisons, and many more. Stop by our brewery tap room at 67th and Pecos in North Denver and bring your dog. Or swing by Brews Off Fax on the south side of Colfax in York. Both tap rooms are open from 2 to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. There are large outdoor patios at both locations, and for your protection, Brews is following all CDC guidelines inside and out. You can still order beers from our website, brewsbeers.com, or come by to take out cans, bottles, and growlers. And once again, you can enjoy our great beers in our tap rooms. Brews Beers, back open with plenty of Belgian-style badassery.
Hey guys, it's Bryan Rizuto with Encore Energy, the guy who saves your businesses money on natural gas. I know these are crazy, crazy times right now. So while your business is working on increasing your sales, let me work on saving you guys money on your natural gas. I make it as easy as possible. Just provide 12 months worth of natural gas bills to me. I'll do the rest. I know you're really busy, so let me get to work for you. You can reach me at 720-245-5771. I look forward to hearing from you guys, and let me try to save you some money in these crazy times. Bye.
All right, cool. We're back. You're about to have the best 40 minutes of your 41-31 of your life as the Modern Eater Show continues down the road from Palisade, Colorado, and Sauvage Spectrum. This is going to be a good interview. You're going to learn a lot if you geek out on this type of stuff. But from Palisade gets the rap, you guys. It's like Colorado. You can't make good wine in Colorado. Not true, right?
Not true. No way. We grow amazing grapes. I mean, you're going to hear all about it in this video.
Mm-hmm.
And amazing grapes, everybody knows you can't squeeze a winemaker without hearing him say some iteration of this. We let the fruit speak for itself. If we have good fruit, damn straight we have good wine.
And it's going to get better.
Nice.
It's going to get better. You know why it's going to get better is you guys have so much passion towards this, and you work out so well. You know, you don't want two of the same types of people, and you two work so perfectly together. Kaibab and Patrick, this relationship. How'd you two meet each other?
Well, I was at a urban winery in Denver. That's where I learned early on, and had the pleasure to come sample the vineyards and meet the grape grower. And that was 8 or 9 years ago at this time, and we just kept going and buying more fruit. Even when I had left to another company, was able to secure the fruit with Kaibab. And just keep it going, and we started doing little projects, and it's turned into this. And
you mind calling him Kaibab though?
I said Bab, yeah. It's in my accent. Yeah.
It's his accent.
I do the same thing, man.
Yeah, I'm from Minnesota.
It's so funny. I mean, may or may not be funny to you, but first of all, tell people where you got your name.
So my name comes from the Kaibab Plateau, Arizona. Kaibab, the Grand Canyon cuts through the Kaibab Plateau. And so that was, my dad loved that area, river rafter in the 70s, back when river rafting was brand new, and just that area really called to him. And so.
And Snow, your middle name?
Yeah, well, do you want the full story?
Yeah.
I told Bryan the story, the full story. So I have like
do you have a G-rated?
I have like an
denying,
origin. I have an origin story. Do you want like? I mean,
can you do the abbreviated version?
Yeah, I'll be quick. So my dad rafted, right? He did the Grand Canyon. My mom picked him up in November. You know, it was late fall, and they camped up on the Kaibab Plateau. That night it snowed, and then 9 months later I was born. So Kaibab Snow Sauvage.
And that was the one and only time that they stayed in the same tent. So they knew.
Oh, I don't know any of that. I wasn't there.
That's a good story. It's funny. I am terrible with names. I mean, so are you. Jay's decent with names. But and it's when you do these interviews, you're dealing with names all the time, right?
It's a lot to keep straight. You guys do great.
And it's interesting because today I told you, I was like, I wish I could just not even worry about people's names. Just have like Larry King status or so. Just be bizarre and crazy, but you've earned it so you can do that. And it'd be like, whatever people's names are, you get it kind of close, but just don't care. So you can be, like, okay, Kitty Bunkport. You say whatever you want to.
But what's funny is that is more though you. For sure. You will say, hey,
what's
listen,
up, Patty
I'm
Rack?
going with it. I just give somebody a new name.
Right.
I'm just like, listen, your name might have been Kaibab, but guess what?
Yeah.
Today it's Mike.
We're gonna
it's good to
we're
see
gonna
you.
rebrand you. And I've been to Kenny Bunkport.
Have
actually.
you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, this is. I had to go there. I was in the area, so it's funny you say that.
That's the voice of Cabbage Spectrum over there.
Thank you, early modern, postmodern eatery.
That's right. I mean, just did names matter at all? I'm loving the pose you have there, Patrick.
Thank you.
Somehow I feel that you've done that one before.
Yeah. Usually urinating.
Oh, really? I thought it would be like when you're posting up on somebody like, all right, man, let's get this. Let's dance.
I am a linebacker. I will take you on. Where does the logo? You guys, I like it. I like it. I mean, it's like the color spectrum, or where are you going with that?
So basically, it's a sample of the soil. If you elaborate on that a little bit.
Absolutely. So what it is our whole thing is that we're taking these wild, untamable elements of grape growing and the artful craft of winemaking, and creating all these wild, untamable elements and creating this highly refined product. That's the spectrum, and so that's a visual representation of that spectrum of all these things that are coming together, that are chaos, and creating this refined beauty. That's our take on it.
That, guys.
Thank you.
I mean, basically, the inspiration though is also being that it's a sample, right, from the soil, and what it is it's the bacteria, right, that creates the terroir. So we took this, very intense scientific graph, and
cladogram.
There you go, and we tried to, vectorize it and make it, make it our own.
So it was. I was in it. I do a lot of education because I want to stay, current. I want to be doing the best, latest stuff. And we did this class on microbial terroir for people who want to geek out on it. And what it is everybody knows terroir is like the soil's influence on your grapes, right? They're speculating the microbes that live in your vineyard influence the terroir. And they studied the different populations of microbes at different times. And they have this cladograms, like a circular graph.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like that. And I saw that pretty picture, and I'm like, that's our logo. And so we cleaned it up, made it.
It's not your grapes in the soil; it's your soil in the grapes, and kind of the same food philosophy. It's not the food in your life. It's not the food in your life. It's the life in your food.
Dang.
And
that's right.
And more and more these days, people are looking for that type of thought process, philosophies. And you get too deep down that rabbit hole, you'll turn vegans on their ear, because you have any animal products in your soil, right? Can you still be vegan at that point?
Oh, our soils are full of microbes. I mean, that's what makes a healthy soil, are all the microbes that they mine. I mean, you have mycorrhizal fungus on your roots that actually mine. They trade the roots for nutrients. They're trading the roots with your plant. Talk about bartering at its most elemental sense. They're trading minerals to the plant for sugars.
Can you dig
well,
it?
this is
dig it?
Greg. This is next level farming
That
because
is.
what he is talking about is something that has really been breaking over the last 10, 15 years that we're starting to understand.
Well, bioavailability is.
Yeah. Well, what the soil is actually providing and the nutrients, it's something different that we have never been able. This is where the whole world of organic went to say, hey,
they couldn't
organic,
quantify it.
We couldn't quantify it in organic, but now we're starting to understand that to the level of where is the mineral content of the food, which goes back to these people who have been growing wine because
and
of flavors.
Unfortunately, it doesn't equate to dollar signs at all.
No,
it doesn't. And until
it's
it rings
sad,
true,
though. It's
it
I
is.
mean, and it's
all right,
really
we got to do this. Jay's going to kill us. It's like, all right, we already got an early day, but this is a great video, and thank you for tuning in. We got to tell you, we'll be back down on the road. Instagram stories. That's where it's at. Jay's putting up so much content on our Facebook and YouTube channel. Give it a like. Give it a share. If you like Colorado agriculture, ranches, farms, breweries, distilleries, wineries, you got to get this out there because as we're reopening the state, we're going around. We think it's important to show you what's going on. So far, so good. Here's this video. Thank you guys for hosting us so much. I'll tell you what, Natasha, you're so sweet. Thank you. So built the fire pit behind us and the grill's out. That little chill and what is it? The $1 billion wind that comes through here, or the $1 million? $1
million wind.
It's billions now, right?
It's probably billions with inflation.
Exactly. So we got the
Land
magic
value.
hour.
Magic hour.
The things that we've experienced today. Round the horn real quick. What did you experience today, Jay?
Frustration with technology.
Nah, you did a great job, man. Why did you
Killed
do
it.
that?
I experienced Greg's drone flying
Skills.
Yes,
thank you.
And I had a delicious sandwich.
I learned Jay has this amazing comedic wit. You have to wait for it. It's a little slow.
You do, and it's dry as hell.
And it's super dry. And if you don't get it, he's like, "That was a joke. Now laugh." And
exactly.
and I don't. He might stab you, but I never needed to stab because it was funny. I liked it.
He makes memes, and he
kills it.
No, I go, that's not funny.
Jay, is that a compliment? Is that a compliment, Jay?
Which
is what?
Oh,
he makes.
What'd you
memes
learn
on it
today?
also?
Because you're stabbing people, Jay?
No.
Kaleidoscope. What'd you learn today?
Me? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Umbrella Rainbow. I learned that you guys are fun. I mean, you get to explore.
We hit it off right away, didn't we?
We did, absolutely. And it was cool. Like, I mean, I felt like this connection to you guys right away. We had rapport. And,
You'll see it, right? I mean, this is literally right when we first met.
Yeah.
And so you'll see as we kind of got to, feel it out. I mean, hell, we were up there, the apricots.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were pulling those apricots.
An hour later,
off
3
the
men were
street.
picking apricots.
That was too much. And what'd you learn today?
Today it's just amazing to see you guys again.
Community, right?
Yeah, community. Awareness. Where's your food coming from?
For sure. And, speaking the words of the food, giving it the voice.
Yeah.
That's what's awesome.
Yeah.
How about you, Freeman?
Viticulture. Today, these guys taught me more about growing grapes.
Wow.
Which I've learned. I knew about the other side of it, but I didn't know when you're making wine and some of the trellising. There was some really. You guys, thank you. I mean, I tell you, I'm an information
that's why we do this,
hound for
education,
ag
yeah.
stuff, and I mean, you guys. I felt like you guys shared something new with me, so thank you, guys.
Cool.
Thank you.
That's rad. That's what we want to do is like let people understand what we do so that they can share it with everyone.
I'm an energy passion guy. I get that from both of you guys. Being able to give a microphone and build this little whatever you call it, just a conduit to give people like you a place to be able to say, here's what's going on, here's what we're doing. That's a pleasure. That's an honor. Thank you for that.
We're honored. Likewise.
Here it is. Sauvage Spectrum right here, Palisade, Colorado. Get some. It's a beautiful morning in Palisade, Colorado. Bryan, we're getting going.
This is so exciting to be here, man. It is gorgeous.
You got to start the day out with a little wine.
Ooh, a little bit?
A lot of wine before it's time. Right here, Sauvage Spectrum is where we're at. And this is going to be a cool tour stick around, but we have to introduce these guys to you. Kaibab, Sauvage.
Kaibab Sauvage, grape grower, co-founder of Sauvage Spectrum. Happy to be with these guys today. Thanks for coming out.
Absolutely.
This is rad.
Patrick, how are you?
How you guys doing?
Patrick Matty.
Patrick Matty, winemaker here, Sauvage Spectrum.
And here we are in Palisade, Colorado. You got to go when you're coming from where we were in Fruita. You have to go all the way up the highway and then turn around and then come back. There's that exit. Is there a different exit?
Exit 42 here.
Exit
42.
Take exit 42 if you're coming
down Alberta, I think it's called. Down the highway, 38 and a quarter road.
All right, let's
right
set
there.
it up. We're gonna walk in 676, and it's 38th and a
38 and a quarter road.
38th and a quarter.
Super
road.
unique roads out here.
Absolutely.
We're 38 and a quarter miles from the Utah border.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Is
that how they did that?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you always know how far away Utah is.
Just when you
every county road, right?
Yeah.
Is that way? Yeah.
Just when you think nothing makes sense, it makes perfect sense, and we're starting to see that right now.
So
this is beautiful
Did
property.
Patrick tell you the story about the building
No,
here?
do it.
So this was vineyard last year, all the way through. And, I've been growing grapes for 20 years, and finally we partnered up and decided we should launch a winery, and so we needed a place for a winery. So we looked around. I really didn't want to take grapes out at all, but this was the best spot. We had power, gas, water, everything we needed, and so last year at this time, this was just a flat dirt right here. So we started doing dirt work, got the concrete poured.
Last year.
Woo,
you boys have been working.
We got off.
Congratulations.
We finished it in August, just in time to bring in Chardonnay. We were literally finished.
We were hooking up the tanks and running the glycol and barely had running water, but we made it happen.
Yeah, we got it done. It was fun.
How many acres are you sitting on right here?
So this place we call the Savage Block. It's one of my first leases. This is 9 acres here. I first started, I was farming for other people, and I started picking up land leases. And this was one of my first ones. Great guy gave me a chance. I didn't even have enough money to buy the trellis supplies. I took on a loan for the trellis supplies. Ag Credit loaned me the money. They were like, we'll give this guy a chance. Took out a 7-year loan. And this has been my workhorse. This produces just amazing grapes. We have Malbec, Petit Verdot, and Roussanne here. We can get into more in the vineyard later.
Kaibab, say that again. How many acres?
9.
9 acres?
9 here,
Did
right?
you end up buying it?
Yeah, so what happened is he gave me a chance. Everybody gave me a chance. It was just a young, hard-working farmer. And the landowner gave me a shot. It was a peach orchard. We put in grapes. And then the bank gave me a chance. And last year, about 2 years ago, I was able to purchase it from the land leaser. So it went full circle, and he was so cool. He really wanted me to have it. He did an owner carry on it. And so that's what enabled us owning this to build here as well. So
it's awesome.
It's a great community.
Congratulations. Every business starts out with a great story, and you're on the right track. What you got you into the business? You said farming, agriculture beforehand. What were you farming before this?
So always grapes.
Always grapes.
Yeah, so I grew up on a peach farm, and Palisade's really known for their peaches, but we were like the resident labor on the farm. So I didn't really like peaches because, as a kid, all we did was work in peaches. So I wanted to farm something different, and grapes were really getting going about the time that I finished school. And so I started for Bookcliff Vineyards, learned how to grow grapes there, and started planting our own vineyards. So
if you were to do Grapes 101, and we're going to dig in here, right?
Okay.
What is it? 5 things that you need to know before you even get going growing grapes.
All right, it's all timing. You need to match the variety to the site.
Okay.
That's key. You cannot just plant whatever you like.
Give
to
an
drink.
example.
So a lot of people so Nero d'Avola, right, out of Sicily. Great wine. You love the wine, right? Takes a really hot region to ripen that.
Yep.
Now, a guy just asked me the other day, can we grow it here? Ripens after Cab Sauv. We barely get Cab Sauv ripe here. So no, don't plant that. Probably not going to work here. So we're looking at cold hardiness. We get cold in the winter. Most Vitis vinifera, classic European wine grapes, only take about -5 degrees. We're high desert here, but it can get as low as, we saw -8 in 2015, and we lost, like here, we're missing that vine. The trunks will actually split because it gets so cold, and you lose the vine down to the roots. So you got to tie it back up and retrain that overwintering structure. So match the variety to the site. Pick a good site, Pick a nice, well-drained soil. Grapes love that. You got to so much of quality and control is watering on the right time. Controlling your weeds, just doing the right things at the right time is paramount to being a successful premium wine grape grower. And so we've had the last 20 years to learn the hard way on a lot of those things. But
Kaibab, can I ask you? You just said when you lose the vine, do you have to start over? Do you dig it up, or is that when you evaluate? Do you completely? Tell me. I mean,
that's a great question. Both. So in 15, we used to grow Petite Syrah here, and it kept winter killing, and so we removed it. We took it out. We dug it all out, pushed it up, burned it. It was a really expensive bonfire. And then, but we went back in with better varieties. We went back more suited to Colorado. So that's what I say, match the variety to the site. We went back in with more Malbec, more Petit Verdot. Those do great here. They match our season well. They take the winter's Petit Verdot a little better than Malbec. So, but like this is Roussanne here. You can see our trunks. We go through and we cut them out, and they'll grow back off the roots. If you're own rooted, which we are on most of our stuff. A lot of people, like in peaches and stuff, they'll graft to a different root. And we're going more that way here now just because we have a little root louse called phylloxera that loves Vitis vinifera. So fortunately, it hasn't caused us any issues, but we're just taking preventative steps to start planting resistant rootstock on all our new stuff. We actually have to mound that scion. We have to cover it in dirt so that if it does freeze, it doesn't freeze back to the rootstock. Otherwise, we'd have to regraft.
What about age of the vines? Because with trees, you're pruning the age of the trees, the fruit, the maturity of it to get that delicious fruit. Some years you don't even get fruit leading up to it. But what do you do? Is there any kind of similar technique to trees and the vines?
Yeah, I mean, I think establishing a good foundation is key to all growing. So first year we focus on root growth on our vines. We really build that foundation. Second year we're going to start establishing the overwintering structure. So starting strong. I mean, if you get behind in the beginning, those vines and trees take years to catch back up, if ever. So really, getting good plant material and getting a solid start is key.
Well, in the root you were asking, I'm curious about, because this concept of doing a different root stock because of this grafting is a big thing in your industry now, right?
It is.
Much more where it was before, where it was the same vine for 100 years or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Are you looking for different vines that are tolerant to the cold or different root stock, like you were saying? Is that something that you think all wineries will go to, especially with how the weather is changing? I mean,
to rootstock?
To this more hardy rootstock that's not necessarily the grape that they're going to be producing in the orchard.
I do. I think they're going to have to, because taking the risk with phylloxera is just too high of a risk to go own rooted. Even yesterday, I was ordering vines for next year. Always looking for, we grow about 20 plus different varieties. I'm always looking for new experimental varieties and see how they work here. I'm like a research grower, kind of. I just love it.
So how many varieties? Patrick, I've never had you this quiet for this amount of time. Please jump in. But how many varieties, too, are you guys?
That's why we partnered. He's
the grape
right off for the wine.
Yeah, I make wine. Kaibab could fill you in on the grapes. Obviously, what we have right here in the Sauvage block is Malbec, Petit Verdot, and Roussanne, which I think is highly underrated. We love making Roussanne.
Crazy good barrel fermented Roussanne inside.
That is a great partnership, the farmer and the winemaker.
Yeah, it's been really amazing to.
How long you guys been doing business together?
About a year now.
So
much.
Patrick, former employer, that's how we met. They were a big customer of mine, and so that's when I met Patrick probably 8 years ago, I think. And so he's worked with our fruit, which was awesome, for the last 8 years, and he moved on. Well, you tell the story.
Yeah. So basically, Urban Winery in Denver worked with them, and that's kind of where I cut my teeth in the winemaking, and we learned a lot there, and I was able to meet Kaibab early on and learn how to sample the vineyards, and that's when it all started, and we were able to continue to use his fruit even as I moved on to other companies, which was awesome. And really, these are the only grapes I know. I didn't make wine in Sonoma. I didn't make wine in Napa. I didn't learn anywhere else.
Got his teeth right here.
Yeah, right here with these grapes. And we're continuing to develop and just make awesome wines and really just make them premier, some really premier wines.
What else do you guys want to show us?
I think let's go into the winery, and if you have time, we can come check some more about the vineyard or not.
Please, yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
You guys just keep doing your thing.
Oh, okay. It's a technical thing.
Gotcha.
This is it's always fun to see all on the same property. A lot of people, especially in Colorado, wineries are bringing grapes in different locations.
We sell to about 20 different wineries around the state.
Do you really?
That's where all our grapes used to go. That's this giant cooler here. That's what that's for. It's for all
beautiful day.
All our grapes.
Any notables? I mean, is that that's not a secret where people get sourcing grapes, or is it?
No.
Some places could probably just come in here and buy up all your grapes too.
Yeah, we have a lot of really good partners around the state, and that's why we have the double loading dock. We bring our grapes in, weigh them, get the weights, put them in the cooler. We pick to order, put them on the reefer trucks, ship them out to whatever wineries purchased them throughout the state.
Set up.
Yeah,
it works well.
I think what's important to highlight, it was important not to alienate his current customer base. So we're taking grapes that weren't necessarily sold in year one and making some really awesome wines out of them. We want the whole industry to grow. Not just us. We want to showcase the Grand Valley, and with the food as well. We want to highlight the food pairings with our wine and everyone else's wine as well.
Well, and Patrick, is this just the effervescent wine that you're getting out of this vineyard right here? Is that, or are you guys? I mean, because I know what you're doing. That's in my eyes, really revolutionary, market changing, is going after this sparkling in a different way with it, making it more approachable. And I love what you guys have, what I've tasted so far. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
But is this vineyard pushing out the grapes for most of your sparkling stuff, or?
So we have about 15 different sites, and so most of our sparkling are actually coming from a different site, and all our blends are top secret. But
sure,
it's the main component is this very strong acidic, has a strong acid backbone, and then this amazing fruit forwardness to it, and that's kind of our secret ingredient. That grape.
And is that a grape that grows well here?
It does super well here.
It's good for you finding something that I think it's the hardest thing is because a lot of people, you're trying to find what is the right peach, and for you guys, you found the right grape. That's awesome, man.
But what we have here is a lot of our still reds, which we're not quite talking about too much right now because we're riding this sparkling wave. But what we're about to show you is that we did make some Malbec, we did make some Petit Verdot, but we really just want to highlight our sparkling.
Talk about the red blend, I think.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It's in front of the barrels.
I'll cut the.
All right. And actually, speaking of them, there they are right there, lined up on the counter.
Yeah, look at that. Look at this.
I can't wait to see you guys' progress throughout the years.
Yeah, it's been remarkable. It's exploded already. We're set to make, a couple 100 gallons, and we made about 4,000 cases in year one. And it's really been a fun project to work on. So what we started with, we developed our Sparklet line. What this is, it's fun, affordable, fruit-forward. These are effervescent, sparkling white wines, and we want to see them on the liquor store shelf for less than $20. You see a lot of $18, but that's taking our proprietary blends, and they're all very different, very unique wines. And that's what our focus has been. And then what we did, we came out with the Pet Nat. So as far as we know, this is one of Colorado's first natural sparkling Pétillant Naturel. So ancestral method. It's like the precursor to champagne. It's hazy, it's yeasty. We like to shake it up. It's full of those tropical notes right here. Man, there's tons of pineapple on this. You're drinking the yeast. It's in the bottom of the bottle. So this has been a really fun wine. It's just been crushing the market, as well as our rosé. You can't say no to that color right there.
I love
but yeah,
I mean, your passion really does shine. I mean, so that kind of that all natural feel look
It is.
to it. Would that be like the cider of grapes?
Well, it's the no sulfites added,
Mhm.
which is really nice because they came out really clean, really fruity. That doesn't always happen with no sulfites added. Yeah, it's just it's unfined, it's unrefined. There's not much going on. It's taking the grapes that were grown, throwing them in a tank, and really capturing.
Champagne glasses.
They're coming. This wine's all about capturing that moment in time, the moment of
bring it here and
fermentation,
tease ya, right?
and it's just pure unrefined flavor of our high desert terroir. Really fun wine.
Oh, thank you, Jay. Sorry about that. What kind of barrels? Are you all of it the same or different?
So this one we've kept all proprietary, including this one. It has these really fun grapes in there that lend an awesome aspect to sparkling. The Pet Nat's really unique because really, as we're making our sparklet blends, we had some juice that didn't quite fit in the tank, so we just started throwing it all in one tank, barely even tasting it. And when push came to shove, we said we got to do something with this. Started fermentation, had the bottles on site, and let it finish up in the bottle. So it's bottle fermented, and it's 4 aromatic grapes.
That was good work, man. That was the hustle. That was the scramble.
Do you want to? Which one you want to try?
I think show us how you open the Pet Nat.
Yeah. So the Pet Nat, we want all of our wines served chilled.
Talk about the name.
Super cold. Pet Nat stands for Pétillant Naturel. If you notice on the front of here, you're going to see it here in a minute. It's on our property. We have this old Metro International bus, and it's going to be our mobile tasting bar. We're going to be serving on site in the vineyard, on the estate, out of it, as well as to wedding events can book it. And all that. It's super fun. People are already getting next to it, taking pictures, doing the hashtag things.
It's kind of our mascot.
Yeah, it's our mascot for now.
Now, distilleries are huge on boasting their capabilities on their bottle. It's fermented by, it's distilled by.
Yeah.
What do you guys do for?
Ancestral method sparkling. It just means that it finished, it conditioned in the bottle, it carbonated.
Wait, say that again.
Ancestral method. It finished carbonation in the bottle because it was fermenting in the bottle, and we capped it, right? And that's why you see the yeast in here. So what we urge people to do, what I like, you don't have to do this. You could drink it if you like it a little bit cleared out. But what we like to do is actually shake it up, and it's really cool. It's very, very psychedelic. You'll see all that yeast. You'll see that yeast dropping down.
Very psychedelic.
Yeah, it's really cool because it adds almost like a bitterness, those yeasty brioche flavors that almost turn these pineapples into tastes like a pineapple mimosa.
Does
for me. And you'll notice our sparklings are a touch higher. As far as the carbonation goes, and that's not
it's
higher.
The ancestral in-bottle dissemination of the.
You got it. Exactly. All that.
A touch higher alcohol because we let our grapes ripen a little bit more as well. And we actually have varietal characteristics coming out. These aren't just green apple like you find in your typical sparkling wines. I mean, this is what our high desert terroir lends us.
Let me do what I do best.
What do you do?
I taste it and I say, is this delicious?
Let's sample you in order. We'll start with our extra dry.
I got an interesting thought for you, question. That some people have said versus winemakers versus distillers. A distiller has to be perfect every time, taste the same.
Of course.
In winemaking,
You'd
you
like
have a
that
little more.
consistency, wouldn't you?
Well, but you have more liberty.
I heard
because
the
grape
biggest
is going to change.
The
from year to
biggest
year.
difference I heard is they make way more money.
Well, but do you get where I'm going with this? Because you already have the grape is gonna the wine's gonna taste different year to year.
Extra dry.
This
So
would
it's
be
our
extra dry.
bone dry.
So we aren't looking for
Citrus,
consistency.
green apple.
We are in essence, we want to develop a profile. But it could change. It changes with the year. It changes what grapes might be available that year. But a product like this is going to change every year. It's going to carry the same label, but we don't know what grapes are even going to end up in this blend right now. So that's what's really unique. And what we're trying to do with this is meant to be the first cult classic. Like this is like when you're going to the brewery and they just release so and so double dry hop. This is our answer to that.
Love it.
Okay, so like you're seasonal in a sense.
It is, and it's limited release. We made just over 100 cases, and it's only available right now until it runs out, and it's never going to taste the same.
That's great. All right, gents, I can teach you how to drink scotch like a sir.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to approach this. How should we approach this? How should we taste it? School us on this, right?
This guy.
Yeah. So extra dry right here. We don't necessarily like the flute because you have a bigger wine glass, such as a white wine glass, is going to unleash those aromas, which it's known for. These are highly aromatic white wines.
So the flute's design is to hold bubbles, but it also holds all your aromas. So you want to get that nose to really, enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I do
What
is
a mouthfeel.
I like to smell it about twice. And you close your eyes, it puts that energy.
Yeah, what should I be getting?
On the extra dry, you're going to get apricot. You're going to get some real ripe flavors such as
lemon
blossom, apricot.
Immediately, I wanted a piece of cheese. I don't know why. But I think it's good with food, though.
Yeah. And so this
amazing. Yeah,
it would,
it's amazing.
especially something really fatty because this is bone dry. It's got high acid. It's going to cut through that brie cheese or Ghost Rock Farms butter straight off the spoon.
These both pair amazingly with fried chicken.
Nice.
It's a great pairing.
Yeah, so we just had a chef out and did a paired brunch. We do Sunday brunches, and
out here, so people can come in and do.
Not yet. We did a virtual, but it is in our plan. We do have our first wine dinner. We just booked it. We're not ready to release the details. The date, it's coming up.
Or the chef.
The chef
may or may not be with us. It's not.
The chef is.
It may down the road. Something might
definitely
happen.
We want to work. With you guys.
We're working with Chris McAdams and Sadie Fork and Path, Denver food bloggers.
Cool.
Phenomenal chefs.
Well, we'd love to. Get them in at one of our nights.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. You guys, you should. They're awesome.
What's next? You've been talking the pet matter.
He wants to talk about the science of winemaking.
Oh,
yeah.
We need
all
big
right.
Erlenmeyer flasks for our winemaking. Not really. I just think this is really funny. It's so big.
Let me pour you a touch of this real quick.
I'll open it up.
Here, let me get you guys a.
We'll fly through the Sparklight series.
Yep. Yep. You can.
Just a little touch.
It's okay to
dump.
Yep.
So we don't have.
And it's okay not to, too.
We don't have as many bubbles as Method Champenois. We could not sell this bottle for $20 if it was Method Champenois. We've tried to keep everything because we're vertically integrated already. With him growing the fruit, we're able to keep the prices low. So these are your first 20 or below bottles of Colorado sparkling wine that you are going to see on the shelf.
You'd like that price point.
It is. It's less than $20, $19.99 or less.
Tell them though, why does it cost more money to add more bubbles?
Because you have so much time riddling the yeast out. Just so much labor involved in really doing the true Method Champenois. We have
It takes about 2 years to do Method Champenois.
Yeah.
Where we can produce this much quicker.
Wow.
Yeah. And we're not trying to produce it quick. We're still lees aging. We're picking for sparkling wine. We're trying to make high-quality wines. We really are. We're not trying to push out a product that we can't stand behind because all we have is our name at the end of the day. So.
Well, it's interesting because you've let me taste this, and it's a sparkling, right? But it's not, because I'll tell you, I do not like Spanish personally.
Okay.
I do not. I'm not a California. I'm not that guy who likes that. The gruettes and the sparkling, which I guess that's our version of champagne. So that's where I always go. Where you guys really, that's why I called it an effervescent.
So the biggest difference you're going to find is those are about 7 volumes of CO2. So there's just a ton of bubbles up in those, and these are a little bit less. They're more around 5 volumes of CO2. So they're less aggressive, and we really want to keep the aromatics in, let you experience it, and it goes down easier because those bubbles aren't just beating
Truly
you up.
delicious.
And
all right, what's next?
Patrick's
All right, let's do the pet
winemaking
net.
is really showcased in this. These are very soft, easy drinking, fruit forward wines. They just and that's totally his skill.
We love high acid wines. No one's dictating based upon past historicals on what we need to make. We're making the wines we want to drink, and we hope you guys like them.
Should we do the rosé real quick?
Cutting new road.
Sure.
I actually, Greg, what'd you think about that off dry? I almost like that better than the first one. I mean, this is all first one.
No, I was down with the first one a little bit.
You like the first one better? Yeah. The second one to me came a little off.
We've found that beer drinkers like the extra dry better.
Interesting, which Greg is, and I'm more of a, I'd say tequila, but deep down I'm Hispanic, but
So the off dry, I'm curious what you guys thought of. Very perfumed, aromatic.
It
notes.
really was. It was. I mean, and it was more reminiscent of a wine,
right?
To me,
okay.
Where this is tasted tighter, like
this is more champagne style.
Yes, exactly.
And this is more like
you're getting more floral aromatics on the off dry. Gardenias, flowers,
nice,
and
okay,
whatnot, honey blossom. So here we have our Sparklet Rosé. We're super excited about this. It's 99% aromatic red grape, direct to press, and we think it's our best yet. It has about 11.5 grams per liter residual sugar, so it's not sweet.
That's what I
It has a great balance. So the acid is just ripping on this, and it's all about balance in winemaking and color too. So I mean, this thing sitting on the shelf, it's just been flying off down in Denver, which we're super, super happy with.
And all our bottles are screen printed, so you could put that in an ice bath, whatever. You're not going to lose that. When you're done with it, you could use it as a vase, put flowers in it, whatever. We want you to
recycle,
enjoy our brand and recycle.
Where can people find it in Denver?
Oh, Denver, we're at Joy Wine and Spirits.
Carolyn's got you in there.
Yeah, Carolyn. We're at the Wine Cellars.
Oh, very cool.
Cherry Creek.
Well,
Blanchard Family Wine. They're a huge partner of ours.
Soon to be pretty much everywhere. This is gonna.
Oh, it is.
I'll tell you, summertime right here. If
This is a cool wine for sure. All day, the acid just makes you want to take another drink.
I'm really interested in this one because it's
kinda, natural.
It's kind of the antithesis of what you've got going on.
It is. It's totally opposite. These are
slam.
super clean. This actually has less acid on them, on it. More pineapple, tropical, mango aromas. It finished fermentation in the bottle. It's yeasty. It's hazy. I never thought I'd make a natural wine.
Was this a mistake that you said, all right, this is actually pretty good?
It wasn't. Like I said, we just kept collecting the juice that wouldn't fit into these wines. And finally we said, we got to do something with this. We can't have 130 gallons of juice just sitting there. Like, what are we going to do?
But those flavors that you just called out, those aren't reminiscent of wine. I mean, when you start talking pineapple and mango and these other things, I don't think, my head doesn't go to wine.
So some of the grapes came even a little bit riper. So this has about 14% alcohol. It's a white wine and it's sparkling. That's pretty high.
Trouble.
It is. You will get hammered. It's a great value for $22 only. You will just annihilate it.
Now, would it get better with age? So if I bought a case and held it back a couple years, is that bad or good?
I wouldn't go too many years on it, but it is on the lees. So in that respect, the lees help keep the wine a little bit fresher.
And the metal seal, this crown cap, that's going to keep it fresh too. Corks are designed to let a little oxygen in to let them age. So this is really going to keep all our wines very fresh, and that was the whole idea behind that.
Yep.
Much more environmentally friendly than the cork and cage.
And harvesting cork trees and whatnot. And then, there's TCA, there's, opportunity for the wine to go bad after it's bottled. So this is our flavors that we've captured, and we want you to taste them as we bottle
I'll tell you
them.
what strikes me of what you guys have said, and really I think it's indicative of the region that you're in, that you're cutting new road. You're doing it by your rules, the way that you want it done. And when I see these lines and coming into this, I think that this is so innovative and creative that if you're looking for something that's just a little bit, you're bored, right? Say you're bored. You feel like you've tasted it all.
Yeah.
You come around to this, baby, I can guarantee you'll probably be like, that's something new and unique.
Yeah, we're trying to spin Colorado wine on its head. Nothing like this.
Well, because
has been
there's not
done
an
before.
expectation for this
Yeah.
here. You know what I mean? You've created your own expectation. People are going to be trying to mimic you.
If you don't like it, we're going to drink it, so we don't care.
That's form of flattery, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's a category almost, Greg. Wouldn't you think? I mean, they're almost creating something
truly.
that's so
Now this, we've visited these, so you're just doing comparisons of what you've tasted before in the past, or subjective. You have your own taste, right?
Yeah.
So you can do that all day long with these. This right here, I think, is just so unique. I like the packaging and the labeling. But guys, how do people identify that this is actually coming from here? I'm looking at the branding, and I like the branding altogether. But is there Sauvage on here somewhere?
It's
Sauvage
very small
Spectrum?
in the back. We created this as more or less a lifestyle brand. Our tagline is "Celebrate Every Day." We just wanted something kind of sleek, sexy, something that you haven't seen out of Colorado before, and we're super excited. Our graphic designer just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, this is hot stuff.
And we just wanted it to look good on the shelf as well, and be great wine.
Your packaging capsulizes what's in the bottle, which is really cool.
Well, and Greg, I'll tell you one thing that I think will differentiate this is I'm going to buy a case, so that's definitely going to be different from these.
Well, I don't need to buy anything because I'm going to get a couple bottles from him. What else do you guys want to show us before we?
I want to show you the label too. So we're all about sustainability here. So when you're done with your bottle, you can peel this off, and then it's a sticker.
Yeah,
you could put it on your water bottle, whatever. You can see over here. We like to just cut it in a circle, and you can just stick it on whatever you want.
If you drink, crappy box wine during the week, I would stick that on your box wine just to remind you what you want to drink on the weekend. Here,
who wants to be the brand ambassador?
Yeah.
Put it on your shirt there.
I got it.
See?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Pet Nat Love right there.
What else? You want to head out back real quick?
Yeah,
And
let's
we'll
go
wrap
check-
this thing up, and
Yeah.
then you're going to show us on top of Mesa, right?
Let's check out Patina, and we'll walk and go through the vineyard.
Gosh, you guys, I got to say thank you. I mean, that was the best way to start my day, quite honestly.
Oh, you're going to need a nap in an
hey,
hour.
Oh, man, we got to – it's good for us,
That
you know.
was good.
So our views are pretty nice out the back. We can open up the back door here when the weather's nice, and customers can be in there and sample, and they can check out all this. This is Petit Verdot here. Does great in Colorado. You can see the little clusters on there already. Grapes are self-fertile, so each one of these has a little tiny flower, and you get all these little tiny white flowers, and you get this amazing aromatics while they flower. It just smells like honeysuckle in the vineyard. It's wonderful. And then they set their berries, and right now they're just going to keep growing until they get to a certain size, and they're going to go through lag phase, and that's when their pits get hard, and then they start changing color. They go through veraison, and that's when we're going to switch them from vegetative, what they're in right now, growth mode, to fruiting mode, because we're going to really strive for that. We want that maximize our quality, and we do that through irrigation. We back off on the irrigation.
Look at them peeking up at the time of day, and they're just taking it all in now.
We got that $1 million breeze
Oh, yeah.
coming through. We're at the mouth of the Beck Canyon.
Sick.
And you hear about it a lot with the peaches, but the grapes love it because of why?
Oh, the breeze. Well, the breeze, which is unpleasant for us at times, makes their thicker. And so thicker skins of your reds, all your color and flavor, your anthocyanins, if you want to be geeky, come from the skins. And so we're getting thicker skins from the wind. We're also higher elevation. We're getting more solar radiation. So this umbrella-like canopy really captures all of that. And that's why we use this system. We get good dappled sunlight right here. Oh, excuse me.
This is why you watch the Modern Eater Show. This is the type of content that you can get, the type of passion. I mean, here farmer, winemaker together.
Boom. Teamwork.
Yeah.
Man,
Makes
this
the dream
is
work.
good stuff. Sorry I interrupted. I
No,
just
you're
wanted
good.
to say
I'll talk all
that's
day.
why you watch. Go ahead. Keep going. Kaibab.
So we got dappled sunlight right here, so that's perfect. We're not going to sunburn these things because grapes like us will sunburn. And then we're getting good airflow here, so we're not getting disease pressure on that. So this canopy, this system works great.
And the
for us.
fruit zone is right here. You got the fruit hanging down over here. They're going to comb over all the canes.
Right.
That's that special planting method that you were talking about.
We do. We use a trellis system, we call it, and it's Genevan double curtain, and we have these two sides
Oh,
here.
the old Genevan double curtain.
Yeah, you know it.
Yes, you know that Genevan double curtain.
That's a good one.
Now, listen, there's got to be one of those sayings, like the 3 W's or something, because obviously water, weather, and other things control what your crop is going to look like, right? I mean, definitely the way you just talked about water, weather, wind.
Right.
I mean, and
then
altitude.
the real bad
and then-
word.
Yeah, hail and all the other
Don't say that.
stuff that,
You don't say that word, especially around
We deal with harsh winters, too, so there's another W for you.
So
Yeah,
when you
winter
come out
time.
here and you're looking at this.
Uh-huh.
Can you gauge the future? Can you see a couple months down the road? Do you know if you're on the right track or not? or something's that's colors off. Oh no.
So right now, I guess we're mostly looking at crop right now. We're going through and we're counting clusters per vine, and we're estimating our crops.
Do that. Let me see you do that.
So what we're
I doubt it.
So most shoots have.
Yeah, sure you do.
You grab them. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,
slow-mo?
and on and on. You really do.
So you count each vine, or I mean, because this is you do it some level,
No,
right?
well, I mean,
are you just blowing smoke?
An average
sample.
And then you.
Oh yeah, we get like
Composite
5
sample.
per variety, and then average it.
Gotcha.
So we're going to check out our crop load. But yeah, there are key things. We can see too how full our clusters are, how well our berries set. We're using micronutrients right before flowering to make sure our plants are happy and they're going to set fruit.
Here's what I want you to do between now and the end of the interview.
Okay.
Just make something up that is not even anything at all, and let's see if we catch you.
Okay.
And then tell us. We'll ask you. Okay, what was it? You go. All right.
I've been doing it the whole time already.
Have you really? Dang it.
We could head down and check out Patina if you
do
want. That's our adult ice cream truck, we call it.
And we saw that on the label, didn't we?
Yeah.
And so I think that the biggest question that people are asking us are like, why sparkling? Why are you guys trying to do sparkling? Number one, no one's done it before. And what people don't realize is that we have this huge diurnal shift here in this valley. So it can get as hot as 100 degrees in the day, but then drop down to 60, 58 degrees at night. And that retains the nice acidity. But the hot sun during the day helps really ripen the fruit.
Well, you're growing something that grows well here to your terroir. You're growing the grape and actually making sure you're just finding the right market for your grape. That
Absolutely.
I love what you guys
and
are doing.
And a lot of it is if it's fruit that people aren't familiar with, these new varieties that we've planted that nobody's ever heard of, we can make a wine and show them how good of a wine they can make, and it helps us sell fruit too. So it does a lot for us.
You guys are very focused.
Question for you guys: can you tell where the variety changed? It changes right in here.
I think right this
Which
one right here.
Which one?
The one that's downward now.
You nailed it. You guys got it. Any guess at what this variety is?
This one?
Yeah. You know there's 3 that grow here, right?
Give us the 3.
Malbec, Petit Verdot, Roussanne.
It's just a guess at that point, but Roussanne.
Well, we looked at the Roussanne. It's over there.
Wait.
The first one was Roussanne we looked at.
You didn't say a Malbec, though.
Nailed it. Exactly. Yep. So you can see morphological differences. Grapevines have personalities like people. Darker foliage.
That's where I was
larger
just going to. I
clusters.
just went the dark is
Yep.
where I went. I mean, it was just a.
You can see it if we can go up on the canal here and look down, and you can actually see where the varieties change based on color. It's really cool.
Okay, you can. All right,
Yeah.
I would have guessed that this is just a little more mature. Like this, those would look like this in a month or something like that because
gotcha,
grown out and just like hair. Jay has curly hair, but
but
once it get long, it drops.
Little known fact: grapes actually have hair on them. We have to brush it all off.
I love it.
There it is.
Oh,
there it is. Gotcha. That would have been good. You were looking at it. Let me see his eyes. Did he take that one in? That was good. All right. You got to start over.
Yeah. You guys want to see patina here?
Yeah, let's do that.
Kaibab, I was going to ask, each grape has its own season of days, right? You're counting days to harvest, right?
Yeah, so Chardonnays, we call them early,
one
mid,
of the
and
two.
late season. So like
It's up to you to
Chardonnay's
figure it out.
early, Malbec's mid, Petit Verdot's late. So we're looking at like September through the
we're
end
gonna
of
put you guys
October.
up in this.
Is kind of the season. Cool story on this van. Land leaser of mine, you talked about how I have all these amazing partners we work with and grow grapes on their property. And he bought this 30 years ago. Same year he planted a vineyard. He parked it. He was going to restore it. Never restored it. Sat there just like this. We're taking out that little section. We're cleaning up his farm. We're cleaning up that little area. We're going to plant some Zweig out there just for fun, just because I think it'll do well in Colorado. It's going to make a beautiful red wine, with that acid-forward Austrian structure. And so we asked him if we could buy it, and he sold it to us for a song. It doesn't run, got no brakes, got no steering.
But it got spirit.
It's got spirit. We used our backhoe because how do you tow it?
Yeah.
We picked it up with our backhoe, so with the front off the road, off the ground, and towed it here down the highway.
And dropped it.
Yeah, and set it down. So we want to cut the side open, have it fold up,
And a tasting.
and do a tasting bar with it. Yeah,
You got to.
it'd be fun.
We're holding you to it now.
We'll do
it's
it.
happening. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And it's
cutoff
the
wheel.
inspiration for the pet net.
All right, good a place as any. What a tour!
Thank you guys so much for coming
Thanks
out.
for
This was
coming.
fun.
This was kidding me. This is the beginning of a relationship that will grow strong roots, vine.
Strong foundation, right? Just like how we start vineyards and orchards.
You
strong foundation.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
I can't believe it. And
thank you.
new
Appreciate
friends.
it. Yeah, new friends. Love it. Love it.
Thank you, Badger.
Thank you, guys.
So you guys, this was a very cool tour. How can people what's your social media? What's your website? Just how people can
check it out. It's at Sauvage Spectrum Wines, Instagram, Facebook. Check us out at www.sparkletwine.com. We'll ship wine. We have almost 60 accounts now, so we are around the state. We
I-70 corridor.
Yeah,
within 1 year, right? I mean, this is just 1 year.
Yeah,
6 months.
Yeah,
a lot of
congratulations,
restaurant operators, restaurateurs.
Yeah, we're
watch the
working on
content.
more.
Are you looking for?
We're looking for more partners. We always are. We are vertically integrated. We can grow this. So let's get more partners. Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And we're going down the road where you're going to show us a couple more spots, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna?
Let's do it.
Gonna come along?
Where everyone's going. It's field trip day.
We're bringing it in. Where to next, guys? Where we gonna go?
You know what? Let's just go up here. So if you look right here, you can see some fruit trees. We got a little desert landscape hill, and there's a few little green peach trees. We farm that. We lease that up there. Those are peaches.
All right,
so we'll go up there.
Heading on down the road. Up next, up there. That's where we're going. See you down the road. The Modern Eater Show continues.